Leontine yesterday, and he's looking for closure next week, so hopefully we will receive the rebate. Now, this has to do with the building of our old home, and then PSNH was giving us a rebate. And this has been a long process in regard to making sure that all of the reports are received. The reports have been on PSNH's desk for quite some time. Mr. Leontine apologized, but said that he would hope to have closure next week. So.
This is regards a new building,
Right.
not the old
I'm
one.
sorry, the new building.
Okay.
Yes.
I was wondering what the
I'm
old
sorry.
building had to
Yeah.
do with
Thank
that.
you very much. Landscaping meeting today at noon, and we'll do that at the new building. As far as advancing of excellence, this is a lane project. It's local area of networks for excellence. Mountain View has joined the collaborative last week. We are one of 8,448 nursing homes, or roughly 53 or 54% of the nursing homes. And what this does is it works to continually improve what we're doing. It gives us access to education, goal setting, and it's an exciting time, and we're pleased to do that.
Is there a cost involved in
No
it?
cost involved.
It says it's local area of networks. Does that mean that it's just for the nursing homes in this area?
No, it's throughout the country.
Yes, I thought.
But it is called the Lane Project. And it's supported by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid. It's also supported by the Quality Improvement Network from the Northeast Quality of Care. And it's exciting to have resources that, again, there's no cost. It will help us to benchmark on many issues. And right now, we're working on getting on board with all of the other nursing homes and adding more to the network, and then beginning to go through educations, maybe some goal setting.
How do you do that? I mean, is it done online?
It's done online. It's done online, and it covers organizational issues with nursing homes as well as clinical areas. Pressure ulcers or pressure sores, old term, used to be huge in the state and also in the nation. That has pretty much been eliminated, so they continually try to improve upon those kinds of things. And then we have a resident ball game theme luncheon today, and we have a blood drive on Saturday the 28th from 9:30 to 2:15, and we still have some openings if anyone wants to come by and donate. That would be fine, but we have quite a number of families and staff that are coming to
Has that been
donate.
very successful over the years?
It has, but I was amazed at the numbers the numbers have increased as far as those that are donating, and it seems to me is that it's over doubled what we had last year, but I'm
Mostly county employees?
and family, but a good number of
Okay.
county employees, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Any further questions?
Would you be open to something for the employees, fun activities in conjunction with other nursing homes in this area?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that might be something that would be a fun activity for everybody involved, and it may even be in conjunction with some race to beat cancer or something like that.
That'd be great.
Okay.
We've talked, 2 or 3 of us, not the commissioners, but I've talked to 2 or 3 other employees, and what we want to try to do is to come up with a fun day strictly here on this campus, including all departments. I know nursing home has something separate, and we've tried to encourage others to come for an awards. That particular awards is mostly for longevity. I would like to see something for professional improvement, people who have excelled in their job, and recognize those people. We haven't come up with how we're going to do that yet, but we're talking about a cookout type thing sometime this summer, maybe a ball game between departments and so forth. Just a fun day to have, and we'll follow up and continue to look into something like that. But we need to recognize those people that do beyond their job description and so forth, and how we select those people is yet to be determined, but
Absolutely.
keep that in mind.
Right now at the home, and this is an aside, but the LNA of the Year award will be presented at the State House in June, and the deadline for application is May, I think it's 7th. And this year, we're asking their peers to vote on LNA of the Year, so it's strictly coworker to coworker, and we're anxious to see who will be nominated.
Is that by county? In other words, are there 10 people recognized, or is there only one?
What happens is, as far as the county is concerned, we all put in a nomination, and then
Yeah.
one is selected amongst the counties. So
Okay.
everyone is invited, the nominees are invited, but there's one award. And there's one award from the Hospital Association and the Healthcare Association. So there are several awards given. but,
Brenda Libby received that once, right?
I believe
She was an LNA.
I believe she
Or
did.
is an LNA.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Joe Boyd, please. Joe is a maintenance person at the jail, and he has some requests, I'm sure, to be looked at.
That's something that Jason asked me to drop off to you to have signed, those two. That's the Cummings contract,
Okay.
and that's the Comtech is the cameras. Comtech, I guess, is a new company we're gonna have coming in for service on our cameras.
Okay. We've had agreements with these people before, right?
Comtech will be new. That's somebody new. Cummins is the generator.
Okay, we gotta look that one over.
Yeah.
then. This Northeast,
Cummins is the,
we've had them before.
yeah, been since day one.
Annual rate is the same?
I think it's probably gone up a little bit. Materials, best I can say.
Could you come up with last year's contract?
No.
No?
Got subcontractor sitting out in the day room foreyard, setting up the staging for the fence work. So I kind of been back and forth. I probably left that in my office.
So it is the generator, you said?
Yeah, my generator at the jail, yeah, the big green one out back.
So
The usual by, twice a year we have it serviced.
Yeah.
This is service contract.
Wanna look at that?
All right, now this one here, there's one for each one is here.
There's no,
Yeah, that's new. That's something I'd like to see put into the boiler room. That's a visual audio alarm system for a low temp on the boilers. As believe it or not, we have no way of, unless I'm standing there watching the computer, we have no way of telling us that any of those boilers are an alarm.
We had problems with it before?
Yeah, just last week there, or the week before, Bobby had to come up and Strojan's had to come up and put a new pilot in. They won't fire without both pilots, and of course, I'm just, during the day, I'd like to see everything on the screen, but it doesn't really show you anything. The main reason for this is the CO's basic job in that jail is to watch the inmates. My job is to watch that jail. And if it's at nighttime, this would be a flashing red light outside the boiler room and an audible alarm out there. So you can see it on one of the cameras coming off the barn, or hear it, and tell me there's something wrong, because those boilers were down for 12 hours that last time just for a pilot light. And we lost all the hot water, and it degrades the system quick and fast. So it's just something I want you to look over, think about. It's in the training system I had installed in the boiler room, and they have 2 more points on that system that they can add to.
We already have a contract with them, right?
No, we don't have a contract with training
You don't have
anymore. I'm going through Bobby Strojan, because we're kind of covering everything. The nursing homes got Bobby, you
Yep,
guys got
yep.
Bobby, so
Yep.
let's make it all one blanket. But they're the ones with the brain.
Can Strojans do the same
No,
thing?
because it's gonna have to be a software work job. They're gonna have to do the software and the programming, and then as far as the outside stuff goes, as far as putting the light up, that's probably a couple hours. They're just gonna run a pipe wire outside, but it's all the software program you gotta write and everything else into that, into the computer program and stuff. But I want to go to them, if that does get approved, I'm going to go to Train and talk to them over in Maine, just to make sure that I want it my way, exactly the way they say it and the way I want it to
Mhm.
light up and everything, before anything's installed. I want to sit down with them and talk to them.
Where in the budget is this?
That's just something new. That's just something, I just, because we've got hit so many times in that boiler room, that we just, unless we got someone in there all the time, we don't know what's going on. Unless I got someone watching that computer all the time, which you don't, you only have me 8 hours, and something kicks out after I leave,
How often do you look at the computer?
I try to get, whenever I walk in the room, hit the button, see what's happening, and whatever else I'm doing.
During the day? 2 or 3 times a
2 or 3
day?
times a day, And then I'm always in and out of the boiler room. I had yesterday the chief was over, fire chief was over, and Dave was over, town inspector.
Yeah.
We were looking, talking on those boilers anyhow, about seeing if we can come up with why the state inspector was talking about an overflow valve, something that I don't know what's missing. I just can't tell you what it is. It's some sort of valve. He wants in there, but it's up to the chief, fire chief, to make that final decision. So they're talking now, find out what's going on. It might be something that has been approved later on, once the boilers were installed,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna have to hammer that out themselves. So we'll see on that one.
And what does that deal with?
I think it's something to do with the 2 main gas valves. There has to be some sort of little, probably relief valve in between those 2.
Mhm.
But Bobby Strojan, from the Strojan, there's stuff already installed there, so he's not sure. So it's up to the fire chief to make the final decision. That's what the state inspector says. Let them go.
On this train proposal,
Yep.
you said that this new procedure would be that it would ring a bell if you,
Yeah,
Some sort of-
what it'll do is tell if you have a set temperature that the jailers run at, let's say at 140. If it drops below 140 and continues to stay below that temperature without the boilers firing, then it will send an audible alarm and a flashing light outside the boiler room to tell, you're gonna see it from one of the cameras. that are
Okay,
mounted.
so what you're saying is then the cameras would pick this up,
The cameras will pick it up, and I'm
And you would-
sure if the farm bosses or something rolling by, they'd hear that audible too, or.
but if you were not on duty at the time,
Yep.
you would be called, is that what
Yes,
you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm always, I'm called in no matter what. Just in case, because it's for just a little pilot light, it's the way they're designed, they're designed if both pilot lights don't light, they won't fire. I try to walk in and out of there as many times as I can a day, but
For $2,480.
that's mostly probably be software. I guarantee that's probably all software.
So we'll provide material and labor to install a red audible and visual alarm outside your boiler room.
Mhm.
And that's a one-time cost?
Yeah, that's just one time installed, yeah.
And then who maintains this?
Oh, I will. Program problems, software problems, that would have to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that would be them.
Would
But
that-
we haven't really had any problems since we've had that installed. I lost they had a virus, that must have infected it before, but since then I've had the software program guy come in, and he's built in repetitive layers of information, so if one gets infected, it should drop into the next one. It's just a safety thing. I mean, it's
Has Jason looked at this,
yeah.
and he's approved it?
He wanted to go to you first, though. You guys first.
Well, he needs to approve it.
Right, yeah, but I
Before we
mean-
will look at it.
Yeah. But
Okay.
let him, you guys want to wait till next week or whatever
Yep.
when he's in? Sure, yeah, that's fine
Yep.
with me.
Okay.
And the last thing is, like I said, I got the gentleman in there now setting the stage and up for the fence in the day room. for the
Oh,
yard.
in the exercise yard? They finally came around.
Yeah, they're in there now, yeah, coming in to do it now.
Do you know if they gave us an estimate as to what it would cost for
Yeah,
the
it was-
perimeter fence
No,
around the female
no.
section?
No, that's still being worked out with Jason and Tom. Tommy's still getting prices. Prices are fluctuating constantly, so he's trying to nail something down now.
Okay. Okay, you got anything else?
No, that's about it.
Anybody got any questions?
No.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, yep.
So you gonna hold on to
You
this?
need to find out, and let us know next week where that money's gonna come out of the budget.
Yeah.
Probably out of your budget.
You wanna hold on to this, Tom?
Yeah. Okay,
Are we going to do something with this? Are we going to open it?
let me recess for about 5 minutes. Let me run down and get that one that's on my desk.
Oh, okay, I want to the restroom now.
The sale of a vehicle at the jail. You want to open them? And the deadline was the 13th of April.
Do the first one.
Go ahead.
From Kirk Johnson, Center Ossipee, 2,500.
This is from Asian Auto Services out of Plastow. For a Ford E250, $532.12.
This is from Tri-State Auto Brokers. There are 3 copies of the same thing, I believe, and it's for a 2003 Ford van, $833.
The fourth one is from Kent Mountain Auto out of Eaton Center, New Hampshire. My bid is for $960. Thomas Lane, Kent Mountain Auto, for $960. This one was for what?
$833.
$833. So which one was the highest one?
2,500.
Kirk Johnson.
2,500, that's quite
Yeah, wow.
quite a difference.
Something.
Take it
It
in.
was in Center Ossipee.
From Kirk Johnson.
Kirk Johnson, yeah.
Okay, could I hear a motion?
Make a motion to approve Kirk Johnson $2,500 for the 2003 Ford van.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Any further discussion on the motion? That we accept the bid from Kirk Johnson for $2,500 for the 2003 Ford E250 van. Any further discussion? Hearing none, then all in support of the motion, say aye.
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 You got it.
All those opposed, nay, abstaining? You voted yay? Okay. That'll be passed unanimously. Anything else we want to bring up this morning? Yes, there is. We need to take action, not at the county, this does not affect the county budget at all. This affects Hale's location. They have done the bidding process to repair all the roads in Hale's location. One came in from Pike Industries. The unit price per ton of pavement was Pike Industries was $78.50 a ton. From GMI was $83 a ton. From R&D, $77.45 per ton. And from Carroll, I'm not sure who that is, but that was $78.50 a ton. The recommendation when we met with them back a couple of months ago
That's Pike.
was that they wanted or recommended that we go with Pike Industries. at $78.50 a ton.
It appears that they're not the lowest per unit price, but they're the lowest per total tons, which is why
Right.
that brings that
The
their.
total cost to repave the roads at Hales location for Pike was $187,929. For GMI, it was $218,871. For R&D, it was $219,261, and for Carroll, it was $245,155. So they wanted to go with the lowest bid, which was Pike at $187,929. In the budget that we had presented to the delegation, we had allocated up to $200,000 to do the paving. And this is a one-time responsibility that goes into our budget. In Hales location, we are responsible for the schools, for the ambulance, for the fire. The association in Hales location is responsible for just about everything else: water, electric, plowing, sanding, maintenance of their location. We had agreed that we would do the paving. This is because we had money left over in surplus that we hadn't turned back. We have like $260,000, and we allocated 200 of that to go towards this paving. The reason why we have such a high surplus is because if we have students that move into Hales location, it's like $20,000 to $30,000 per student to go to Conway schools. So we do have a large amount in surplus. So we got $60,000 left, which should cover us for this coming year. So with that said, I hear a motion amongst the commissioners as to the recommendation from the association that put these all out to bid.
Yes. Then move forward.
You want to make
Yes.
you make a motion that we select Pike?
Yeah, Pike Industries for $187,929 for Hills location for the road.
Resurfacing the roads,
Yeah.
yeah? Okay.
I'll second that.
Motion is made and seconded. Any further discussion? One further point is that you have been in contact with the president of the association, and they are going to oversee the job, act as the
Clerk.
clerk of the works.
Actually, I was not in direct contact with him.
Okay.
I asked Kathy Bizarre to
Okay,
say that she said that that they had agreed that they would do that. So.
okay.
One of the
let's-
gentlemen, I forget his name, was going to do that, not the president.
Would you check with them once more to make sure
Yes.
that they watch the construction of this project and that we are not held liable? Make sure the quality of the work is done.
Is this my copy? Did you give this to me?
Yeah, that should go back to the clerk of Hales location,
Oh, okay. So
okay?
you give it
Because
back?
it doesn't deal with county dollars. Okay, the motion is made and seconded. All those in support of the motion say aye.
Aye.
And so voted. Let that show in the minutes that this is Hales location,
Mhm.
okay?
Yeah, you have the number?
Okay,
Yeah,
do we have
go around, yes.
anything else?
Do you want to do anything, make any comments on this bid that went out for the pellets?
Sure.
A RFP has gone out for purchase of pellets for the wood pellet stove. It has gone out to 10 companies directly. It has also been posted on the website, posted in front of the lobby, posted in Foster's and the Conway Daily Sun on April 21st, and it was posted in the Independent for April 26th. So
And they're due in when?
they are due in Tuesday, May 15th, before 4 p.m. This is from the ad, request for proposal, and then there are spec sheets. Very specifically in the ad, it says anyone who wishes to have detailed requirements can contact Carroll County Commissioner's office by phone, the phone number is given, or email, the email address is given. It is quite comprehensive and well done.
This proposal was put together by Bob Murray, who is the maintenance person at the new nursing home. We've already had delivery of 10-ton in the storage unit, and that was done by Lyman out of North Conway. They delivered it. They didn't make the pellets. I'm not sure where they got the pellets,
Yeah.
but
But they are on the list here.
right. Anybody wants to see the list that we sent? It was so thick that we couldn't put it in the paper. It would cost a fortune to take up a whole section of the paper. So we sent this out in the mail to those companies that she just mentioned, 10 of them or so, that he had found that supply pellets or deliver pellets. And then the ad said in there for further information, they want the specifications, they can call or contact the office and would have them available for them. Okay? Anything else we want to bring up this morning? I have a bill from Cooper, Cargill, and Chant for $135. This was done in regards to looking at the wall of the jail a second time after it was repaired by the company out of Rochester, and it's for $135. We also have a report from Bergeron, the engineer, that also looked at the wall as far as making sure that what was done to correct it was done, and that has been done, and that was done on April 9th, or prior, this is the letter of agreement, it was done on April 9th.
Can I say something quick? I had to leave early that day, so I didn't talk to the lawyer. But I asked where was he for, and you said he was for the window caulking or something in a jail, and now you said he was here for looking at a wall? You said it was for the caulking.
Yeah, there's two items that
He took
are
care of.
still unresolved. Well, one of them now is resolved. And the one that is resolved is the fixing of where the wall had moved. That is what this is about. The other item that, what's his
Chris
name?
Meyer.
Myers is looking into is the caulking of the windows. The caulking that was put in was not up to specifications. It was supposed to be the non-pickable type caulking around the windows. And he is following up on that with Granger, which was a construction company. Okay. Anything else we want to bring up this morning? Before we go into non-public?
Don't we have public input?
Yes, we will. I'm just wondering if there's anything else that we want
No.
to, you all set?
I think so.
Okay, at this time, then I'd open it up for public comment again. Yes?
I got a couple things. I was wondering what Bergeron said. Is the wall fixed to his satisfaction? And also, if you could explain this question policy, I'd love that.
The what?
The question policy that you outlined in the beginning.
You're questioning the question policy?
Yeah, yes, I'm questioning your newly announced question policy of no questions at commission meetings.
No, you can ask questions, okay? But it's really public comment. Okay?
Okay.
You're free to look at the report from Bergeron.
Okay.
Anybody else got any public comment?
I don't know if this is
Yes.
the appropriate time, but
Go ahead.
Coming up on May 18th at the Memorial Hospital in North Conway, we are burying a 100-year time capsule. And I didn't know if the commissioners had been extended an invitation. The ceremony will be in the afternoon, on Friday afternoon,
May
May 18th, and we have.
And we are who? The
we-
board?
Memorial Hospital of North Conway.